So it's episode 50.
Oh,
It's also our final episode. Goodbye.
it was good knowing y'all. It was fun while it lasted.
Nah, final of the 40s. Whatever the hell that
I
means.
was about to say.
How long has it been?
Um,
I want to say December 20th. 2020 was the first official drop of Metroid. It planned to release in the new year because, what better to do than start endeavors during a worldwide pandemic? Another podcast, guys. We officially started in 2020, but whatever if you want to be technical about it. Same difference, but years later, we're still here.
pretty exciting. You don't sound as excited as I am. It's pretty exciting.
You said absolutely nothing, but I don't sound excited. Okay.
What? You. What? Am I a street fighter?
Oh my god, she's right!
I've said things, okay? I said things in the midst of you saying
In
it.
your head, because
Oh,
clearly.
my goodness.
Okay, do y'all need to rewind this? Does he need to rewind this to figure out what was said?
I love
Because he said
I
absolutely
love
nothing.
how G is so
Yep.
good.
Sure
G-
did. That was probably
She is
it.
so good. She's definitely probably gonna put a playback just so I can be embarrassed in this episode. Oh, it was good knowing y'all. It was fun while it lasted. I was about to say. I understand. I get it.
Okay. 50 episodes of foolery and shenanigans, clearly. How did we survive?
5-0. I'm utterly shocked. For real, for real.
Why are you utterly shocked?
Because okay, so first of all, everybody and their mama who listen to us, they already know that you are the backbone of this whole charade we call a podcast. Okay,
I don't know if bones are involved, but okay.
so if the podcast was a body, all right, you'll be the head, the arms, the legs.
You got a hot dog body.
How did I know that would come up?
It was either that or another song, so.
If the podcast was a body, I would be a big toe, whereas G would be the rest of the body.
What?
Okay?
Constantly
Like,
getting stubbed
so
and jammed
exactly.
on end tables
Exactly.
and doors?
So
Man, speaking of, I slammed my freaking pinky toe
Wait
into
a
the door the
minute.
other day. That was
can we just discuss?
pinky toes be taking like some damage.
Thank you, pinky toe, and everybody be like, "Oh yeah, your gnarly looking pinky toe." Listen, my pinky toe has been through hell and back.
It's not even gnarly, yo. Like, how does it withstand all of this?
It's-
Like, it's probably just shattered bones, but it still be moving. Like, I thought I was good, and I was just like, yeah, I
Yo.
can still move it. It just feels weird. 2 seconds later, I'm like,
Girl,
my foot's sweating. I'm like, I know what this is. It's not sweat, that's blood.
she said
Like,
my
oh my
foot
God.
is sweating. No.
That's happened to me in my lifetime. Never broken anything, but as far as being like clumsy, yes.
Did you jam it on a knife? How does that?
Oh, I
how does that
jammed it on the
happen?
front door, so that was some serious business. Steel door. Pow! I was just like,
See, this is why you put shoes on your feet.
I
people.
had shoes on.
What? Wait a minute.
Okay.
How hard?
Actually, I had Birkenstocks on. I didn't have shoes on.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. She tried to make it seem like
No, I was wearing steel-toed boots, and then I just, let loose.
the pinky toe has the least amount of respect, but gets the most amount of damage. Is the pinky toe just in the way?
I wouldn't say so. It's extra balance.
Like I like my pinky toe. It doesn't give me any problems.
You have the little shroop left of nail polish left.
I'm trying to think of which toe I actually stub more.
I would say my pinky toe. I don't really jam my big toe.
I think my big toe gets the blunt of that
How? Your big toe's more protected.
because it's
Are you pigeon-toed?
no. I mean, I got that.
Yes.
I'm
he
not.
is.
I got that. I got that wide fat boy walk.
Slew-footed.
So every once in a while when you try to walk past the table, clip. Wait a minute. You ever get? You ever stub your toe and get mad at the object that you stubbed your toe on, but then you feel stupid?
Oh, I talk to stuff all the time. No, I don't feel stupid. I be yelling at inanimate objects all day.
Girl, I had to get out of that
Better express yourself. What you gonna hold that in for?
Man, because listen, as a kid, I had a very vivid imagination. So I literally would feel like everything has a form of life. Shut up, people. I already know it sounds goofy. I was a kid. I was very
What type of
imaginative.
philosophical?
Like, there's an episode in
Okay.
one of my favorite shows that I enjoy watching called Amazing World of Gumball, where all the inanimate objects come to life, or they are alive, period.
The little
So
gray
he
toaster?
walks. You
Okay.
said what?
Huh?
Listen, he stubs his toe on the table, and the table is like, "Why are you getting upset with me?" But then he looks down at the carpet and realized that the table moved over a little bit. And I felt like that's how some things were in my life. Like, nigga, I know that I did not put this couch right here just 5 minutes ago. But I stubbed my toe on the little wooden piece underneath the couch.
Why were you under the couch?
I wasn't under the couch, I walked past the couch.
Yeah, you
You
were.
walk past the
Nah, you
couch
were
and you
under the
clip your
couch.
toe. It had I listen, as I got
Nah, you were
older,
way under the
I
couch.
had to stop talking to objects. Just like if I clip my toe on the wall, I can't yell at the wall because then I just look crazy. The wall didn't move. So I had to slowly but surely get mad at myself for being clumsy or punch that object which would look stupid. So I had to get mad at myself. I don't know how you getting away with talking to inanimate objects. Who's letting you do this?
Child, don't nobody be paying me attention. So there's that. Have you met me? Like as much shit as I talk on the back end that nobody really gets unless you're
Back.
listening, and then they're like, "Oh my god, that was funny." Yeah, it's like my one superpower that I absolutely take advantage of when I can and cherish because yeah,
Like, I talk quiet enough so people don't recognize what's actually going on.
I don't talk quiet. I say it just normally. It's just that verbal cloak of invisibility for whatever reason.
I listen. I envy people who have that type of ability. Even if I say something under my breath, there's always that one person who's like, "What did you just say?" Like, dang it!
Oh boy.
I didn't expect you to hear that.
That's just because you're loud. So that is another thing.
Listen, I could be
Um,
sitting there.
you
Oh
say
my
it's under your
goodness.
breath. It's probably like normal decibels.
No,
So
no,
this is you whispering now. So
no.
yeah, whisper for the
I,
people.
I is, is this?
See, he's speechless. He doesn't know. His voice doesn't hit that tone. Like what? Uh, ah, right, right.
My brain broke
What is
trying
happening?
to figure out how to whisper.
Clearly, whisper. What? Whistle? No, she didn't say whistle.
It went from whisper to whistle? Really? Nigga, that's what you think of me?
I don't know.
Oh
That was a
man.
long pause.
I tried. You can't be my size and whisper. Unless it's like absolutely necessary. Just randomly whispering into a microphone feels just a little bit creepy. That's why I can't deal with ASMR.
You're talking into a microphone. You don't find that weird?
No, no. I no, I'm talking into a microphone at a normal level. Whispering into a microphone feels weird.
Why does that feel weird?
This doesn't this doesn't feel weird to
And you know
you. This doesn't
ASMR is
feel
more
weird.
than just whispering into a microphone.
I
I
I
like how social
understand
media
that.
just basically bastardized that term into this is what ASMR means. You're gonna hear all the mouth feelings and clicks of my tongue
Wait
and
a
my
minute.
lips on the
You
mic. Like, no,
you
that's
can't
not.
blame that on social media when that is the main thing that they be pushing.
Actually, yes, I will. That's the only part of ASMR that they push, and it's so weird to me. I don't understand why that is the main point of like synesthesia that people just focus in on. Like somebody's whispering into a mic and I can hear everything. That's not what it means. So,
Like I don't
like, it's the feeling. What you're saying is the feeling of what you're getting from that sense. So it's
yeah,
just like everybody just reverts to automatically. Let me whisper into a microphone. You could literally
no.
scream, and somebody could have a feeling from you.
Yeah.
Screaming at
I like the
them.
nice click of a keyboard or the nice click of a mouse. I would rather hear that. Now if that was just on a loop,
Go work in an
okay,
office building. What the
okay.
heck?
I like the nice sound of a click of a mechanical keyboard. The clickety click,
Such a
clickety
weirdo.
click. That's
Why is that a
not
thing?
weird. It's just a nice sound. I'm not gonna sit there and
It really isn't.
it Really? A nice mechanical keyboard, a little click, click. How is it that you enjoy sound
Mm-mm.
and the sound of a mechanical keyboard is just
It's because there's a lot more to mechanical keyboards than just a basic clicky keyboard. There's different switches that you can even get into, from linear to the clicky standard ones that people typically get.
I like a nice click.
For me, specifically, GX Brown tactical keys. Thank you, Logitech. That's it. I like hearing them, but I don't like click, 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 like that extra shit that you don't need. That's not making you do any better on a keyboard.
No, I don't think it'll make anybody do any better on a keyboard. I think people who fiend over it, people, there are some niggas out there like, oh, I need a mechanical keyboard. Yeah, that's a bit much, nigga. It's just okay. It's a nice clicking sound. You really don't.
You absolutely don't. The keyboards I've played with, gaming to designing and all the rest of that stuff,
Yeah.
you don't need none of that shit.
The people who would go
at
out of their way
all.
to say that that stuff is necessary, those are the weirdos. Okay, those are the ones that like, you know what?
It's Kong. Kong is the
You-
weirdo.
Stop it. I'm not the weird. I am a weirdo, but I'm not that type of weirdo. That's just
He is
that's extreme.
weirdo.
That is really extreme. Like I said, I like a nice click. I like the sound. Do I have a click on my keyboard right now? No. Listen, I don't. I don't have the click. I don't have the click on my keyboard. So
I like how you said listen, like we heard any of that.
you did.
No, we really didn't. I'm not joking with you.
I don't have the click on my keyboard. That's what I'm saying.
I
don't have a click, so, you know,
I don't.
I understand.
Mine's mechanical, but I have switches that it's not loudy, but you can, if I'm going off on the keyboard, you're going to be able to hear me. That's me exaggerating. I don't be playing the keyboard like on a normal day. That's weird. But yeah.
I don't know what she talking about, y'all. Lady G sits in a spaceship.
What?
Her whole setup is the goddamn
Why are you trying to
spaceship.
expose my
That's how
workplace?
she's able to control this whole operation.
Excuse me?
Listen, as great as you are, we already discussed you being a cyborg. Now we just gotta let these
Blowing
people
my
know
cover.
how.
What is this?
Oh man, she's been in the space station for about 35 years, y'all.
Oh my god. It's longer than I've been alive, guys. I don't know how the fuck this is possible, but sure.
Oh man, it's okay.
She's been in the spaceship all her life. Allegedly. I think. What? Are you finished blowing my cover? Thanks.
I am. I apologize.
So, Kong, what's your favorite thing about recording a podcast?
Absolutely nothing. All of this is terrifying. It is.
This is great. So that wraps up this episode.
Thank y'all for
This is
coming.
terrifying.
No, man, like for real, it's first of all, I've said it before plenty of times. Doing something like this has always been a dream of mine. It's scary and nerve wracking.
Why is it scary? Nobody is here.
Because I'm not breathing, my nigga. So
This is what you say in your head? Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just asking.
okay, I'll put it like it's nerve wracking because you don't want to get stale. I listen to myself when after the episode comes out, and I'm like, I did this too much, said this too much, reacted like this way too harshly. I need to come back on.
Let me hold my thoughts.
Hey, exactly. See what I'm saying? See,
It's
already
not
about
see
to
what I'm saying
get on
because you
me.
have no idea on the other side.
She is about to get on me. And again, y'all, this is
I'm not.
the backbone.
I am not.
This is the backbone of the entire
Oh
operation.
my god.
So I already know that she has to go through hell. I'm just doing the simple part of listening to myself and trying to figure out what I need to cut down on, cut back on, whatever the case may be. So it's terrifying because you don't want to do too much, you don't want to do too little, and you also want to keep people interested all at the same time. It's terrifying, but it's also very fun.
I don't see why that's terrifying. I mean, for me, just anything that's performative in general, public speaking wise, or just releasing something to the public, it's fun. That's it. Don't think of it as work or something like you have to keep a certain decorum of yourself. Obviously, you gotta keep your shit together. You can't be in here doing whatever the hell you want to do. We don't allow that here. Clearly. But feeling the pressure of the audience before they even have a chance to listen, or while you're listening, they're listening too. Don't do that. Easier said than done, yes, but at the same time, you're gonna be sitting there second guessing and kind of watering down your style in future episodes, I'd say, because you're gonna be overthinking it while you're talking. And for me, this is like background stuff, essentially, that I'd kind of pep talk people with. Just keep the conversation natural, and that's it. It's mostly conversational style. We're not sitting here practicing jokes like, oh, when you say that, I'm gonna punch up with this. And then, oh, while I wrote this segment, let's go ahead and do this. No, the organicness of it is just the vibe that I appreciate the most about it, and not having it scripted because that's
Yeah.
goofy. I mean, some parts and portions, if it's like an ad or something that needs to be buttoned up a little bit more than just you coming off the top and speaking, which is possible in most instances. I would rather keep it just more so. I don't want to say basic because they ain't no basic people, but keep it simple.
Yeah. Can wholeheartedly agree with that.
Like there's certain topics and stuff, or even subjects that we'll even go over, and I'll be like, you know what? I'm not even gonna do that because I already know my mouth. If I start to go in on certain material or something in general that's like a hot topic or very controversial,
The things we have to tame our tongue off.
like that's a whole different thing. Like that's fine, but I'm not sitting here like, oh my god, I'm so
Ooh,
nervous about what I just said. Like, nah, I'll say it, just not here.
you ain't lying. Freaking choosing your battles is that's one of the things that G has taught me a lot. Not everything is our fight.
Pretty much.
Like she said, we have a discussion away from the podcast, and everything else going on, and it just be me and her having a real heart to heart, getting it out of our system before we actually explore. Maybe it's something centered around that topic, or maybe it's something just totally different. It's picking our battles has been very fun.
I'm sorry, you're exhausted. Hmm?
You said, am I exhausted?
You said it's been very fun.
Everything that I fight.
I mean, that's a responsibility that people have when it comes to having a platform, be it your IG page, your Twitter freaking page. Like, this is my thoughts, but apparently everybody doesn't think like me. Oh my God, I'm so surprised. But no, I'm not. When you're carrying yourself on social media, whether it be your persona, your alias, even just yourself, that is a representation of you, regardless if you are playing a role. I'll say that. But at the same time, it's not like you can be like, man, it was Tuesday. I didn't know what I was saying. What? Like, or another one that people love to use now is if old footage comes up or an old tweet or something comes up, like, man, I was 14. That didn't matter back then, but it still also was still actively live on your page. Not even in an archive, just live, just chilling there.
Yeah.
But yeah, be mindful about your content, people.
I don't think that people don't really care. I feel like people who do that just truly didn't care then, and they still don't care now.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, the care of carrying yourself decently on social media now is just, yeah, all right. Sure, lady. Shut up. Basically. So there's
Yeah.
that. People feel like if it's on social media, it's there in public for the people, but a lot of people do not really give a damn about what they
Like, and then the
post.
people who bring it out, like, nigga, you didn't care then. Why do you care now?
Like, were you sitting on this until the person got famous? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah. Like, you knew who that person was then. You've been listening, following, paying, whatever the case may be, doing everything with that person until now.
If they pay.
Now all of a sudden, oh, you need to stop doing yada yada. No, if you didn't like that person, then you would have been an adult. Just walked away from the situation.
Very backwards.
It really
It's
is.
so backwards. Like the culture of having freedom, but still having to like remain like a robot is just so weird to me. It's just like, how politically correct can you be? It's just, whatever.
Why dive into those situations that you claim that you don't want to be a part of anyway? That's what I don't
I don't know.
understand. That whole idea of
For the content, I guess.
and that's the funny thing. All these niggas who think they're gonna get clout from doing something like this, no one has talked about you after you dropped whatever this person is saying, the N word or whatever this person said, a slur bomb. Like no one has been like, you know what? Cynthia really had something when she exposed so and so. Nobody's saying that. No one cares. Because that celebrity is gonna go back to doing whatever they was doing. And she's gonna go back to whatever desk job or engineering job or whatever she was doing before, and nobody's gonna look at this a month from
Pretty
now
much.
because of how media works.
Like it'll exist, but you again, like how we kind of touched on with the TikTok generation,
all.
the origin of said exposure, that's not gonna live. Just like Cog said. said, nobody's gonna remember who exposed who. It's just the scandal that people care about
Yeah,
when it comes down to it.
it is what it is.
The internet, guys, it's so much fun.
Oh man. So is there anything?
Don't forget to make a TikTok.
No.
Hashtag
No.
Verbal Vibe Mode does not have a
No,
TikTok.
we do not. We will never have. I really hate TikTok, people.
You don't, because you keep sending me
Oh,
freaking
my
clips.
goodness.
I don't think you hate TikTok.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That's Instagram clips. I
Yeah,
don't
you
send
do.
TikTok
So why is it
stuff.
marked as TikTok?
Okay, I sent. I don't know why it's marked. I sent
Okay,
one
I don't
TikTok
think
thing
it's
to
one.
you. It is definitely one. I don't scroll TikTok unless somebody send me a TikTok and then I'm like,
That's right.
well, I'm
You
on
just you
TikTok.
don't scroll. You just sit there and watch everything in
I
succession.
don't-
That's an option on TikTok.
Is that an option on TikTok for real? I really don't be using TikTok. Like,
No, everything just loops over and over again because people obviously love seeing shit over and over again.
clearly they do. I mean, when you get into the whole stealing aspect, that's
Yeah.
nothing but doing the same thing on a loop. You know, that's neither here nor there. That's another fight. That ain't mine.
Wish you had a time machine?
I wish I had a time machine.
I just find it so funny.
Oh,
It's so
boy.
annoying. Oh my god. And I
Oh.
hate repetition. For me in general.
Oh my goodness.
It's so weird. The attention spans of these people is so weird. I just
Listen.
find that aspect so
You know,
unnerving. Like, you see a video. We kind of talked about this the other day. You see a video and then you're like, I got this. I can do it better. Why? You can't let that person just live. Why do you have to go recreate it?
Exactly.
They didn't ask for a recreate or a collab. They just
Exactly.
put the video up. But you got to go do it too.
like there's a dude who does that, but it's a thing where he just slide his feet and he's sliding
Mhm.
sideways. I refuse to watch.
I don't like watching anybody else do it because they don't know what they're doing. And then they're like tripping over their feet.
Yes, they don't. Like when he does it, first of all, it's very
It's
good.
smooth.
It's really good. And it's really funny because he adds things to it. Also, he's actually a very talented dancer. So his name is Jubi2Fire, Jubi2Fye. And that's also his name on TikTok. The brother is actually, like I said, he's very talented. The dance is
Say his
great.
name again?
Jubi2Fire. Ain't that it? Ain't that how you say it?
Okay, this is a Midwestern man speaking.
And don't.
His name is Jubi2Fire.
I said fire. What did I say?
You said fire.
I said fire.
Jubi2Fire.
I did not add the R.
Jubrifius2Fire.
I did not add the R.
Jubi2Fire. Did you spell it for them?
Yeah, Jubi2Fye.
I'll link to his YouTube. Go subscribe to him.
Yeah, please do it. Follow him everywhere. Really talented. The dance is great. I just love watching that dance. It's so good. The dance with the music behind it is just, I don't know how this dude came up with it. I'm just like, oh, well, this just works.
He was probably just messing around.
Yeah.
One day. Someone was like, "Hey, man, I'm gonna put this on TikTok." Okay.
And I refuse to watch anybody else do it because ain't nobody going to be able to pull this off like him.
It's so bad. It's so bad. And then even when the others try to do it, it's not funny.
No. No.
That's another part of TikTok I do not enjoy. Ooh,
Girl,
never mind.
okay. So we also had this conversation, and I'm not gonna get into like what we really thinking about. I think if you know, you know. But there's some things where it's just like, if it wasn't funny when you seen the original person do it, don't try and do it yourself because you think it can make it funny.
No, I have to try my hand.
No.
I'm gonna make this real.
Like
funny.
we literally just discussed this the other day. First of all, it was corny when that person did it. Everybody and their mama was upset when that person, like, it gets worse when it's like a public type thing, like a public type prank or something like that.
Why you gotta involve the general public? They didn't ask for this.
And we know how they like to take it to the extreme because it's never just, I'm gonna take a piece of candy. It's always extreme to where you look like a clown. But then don't try and do it yourself. And it's like, nigga, think of something better. Think of something better. We don't need to repeat.
They can't. That's the thing. And people struggle with originality and individuality. I mean, yeah, you can mimic, mock, and have fun, but when it comes down to it, you have an original piece that people are performing.
If we call ourselves content creators, I know for a fact, as a content creator, I have struggled. Getting to 50 episodes was not easy. And that was just for myself because I had a whole block of just nothingness. That's why we should be at more episodes. But nigga, it happens to where you just can't. You don't feel creative. You feel like you just hit a wall and there's just nothing. It happens. I understand that. Just run after the first thing that you see somebody else do. No, but you can. You have to take that break. If I didn't take that break, granted, it set us back and I was mad at myself, but if I didn't take that break, nigga, we would not be here right now. I would have just said, screw this whole thing. F this podcast. What in the world am I doing? I'm 30 years old. I'm making a podcast. I'm not making any money
Oh my
off of.
God,
What am I
you are
doing?
not
This. What am
30. Shut up, child.
I am. I am a big boy. I put my
Oh,
big boy pants on like
wow.
everybody else.
Wow.
Okay?
Wow.
To all the content creators out there, take a break. If you need to take a break, take a break. We've talked about mental health before. Sometimes you have to step away. And sometimes it's not even mental health. Sometimes you don't just feel creative. That also happens. You gotta take a break. If you just constantly beat yourself up to put something out there just because you think niggas need this, that's not gonna work for you.
Nobody needs this.
Yeah, it's exactly. Granted, a podcast is different because you want that consistency, and believe me, G has drilled that into my soul. You want that consistency for a podcast. Yes, that is understandable. But she also understands that sometimes it's not all there.
Life be life in. I'm not about to pressure nobody and hold a gun up to their head like, yo, we gotta finish this
Yeah.
episode now. What type of energy are you bringing to the
What you
episode?
think you doing over there?
No. First of all, there's days that I don't feel like recording. Like I'll be ready, and then all of a sudden I'll just be like, "What are you doing tomorrow?" Because nah, you have to know when to hold yourself accountable to the point of what I'm going to create is probably not going to be my best. So let me just hold that for this 24 hours, this week, whatever the length of your break,
Yeah.
so you can get right again. You know what I mean? You gotta like completely disconnect and do all the stereotypical things. You can literally use the time to brainstorm, use the time to work on other aspects of what you're doing rather than actually performing, putting on that show.
Shit, sometimes it's good. You just go do something else completely.
Pretty much.
Just leave. I mean, let your people know what's going on. And oh my goodness.
I'm sorry.
Can we just side note to that real quick?
What are we? I mean, feel free. I have no idea what you're talking about right now.
I said, can we just side note to letting your people know what's going on? Can we just have a small little discussion? So what I'm saying is, if you're dealing with something and you have a production that's going on, please let your people know what's up. Don't just leave people hanging. That's the most disrespectful thing you can do when you're in a group, when you're trying to get something that's bigger than yourself off the ground with people. You gotta communicate.
Mhm. Think of group projects here, people, because I know some people are probably like, "Oh my God, this doesn't affect me. I've never had to deal with this." Yeah, you have. You went to school. You had group
Yes, you
projects.
have.
So essentially, you know what type of person you are when it comes to doing a group project. You're either the person that is organized, gets everybody together, because I ain't about to fail because of y'all. You the person that's like, I'm gonna contribute, but I ain't about to spend all my time with y'all. Or are you just that person that shows up on the day of hoping that somebody basically wrote out something for you, like, yo, you got me? No. And yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're not fully down with the cause or the collective of what people have going, just say that. Just be honest up front. Like instead of wasting people's time or oh shoot, your time too. Literally everybody's time is wasted when it comes down to things like that. But if you're not fully invested in something, it's okay. You don't have to be.
Yeah. Nobody's gonna be upset if you can't do it. Nobody's gonna be upset. Okay, cool. Listen, I understand. It's a lot. No matter what you're doing, again, being a content creator is a lot.
Oh yeah.
So nobody's gonna be upset if you can't do it. But communicate.
There's so many moving parts, let alone the group itself. Life, like I said, everything is not predictable. So you got to make time for what you
Exactly.
have time to do.
I think people need to recognize that from jump, especially if you plan on continuing it, doing what we're doing, which is trying to make this thing grow. Okay, I'm off my high horse. I'm standing on the ground. I'm standing 2 feet. 2 feet to the ground, boots to the ground. That's what they say,
Oh
right?
my God, here he goes. Pinky toes to the
Jacked
ground.
up, corner bent pinky
10
toes
toes
to the
down.
ground. So, are you excited about the
Oh my
future
God.
of
Here we
Verbal Vibe
go.
Mode, Miss Lady G?
The future of verbal vibe mode. Just to let you guys know, obviously, if you didn't notice already, today it's Wednesday. Hi. Episodes will be dropping on Wednesdays from now on.
Hello on this glorious Wednesday day.
I know Wednesday's
day,
such a
day.
dry day anyway. Figure I might as well drop some content for midweek things. First day of the week to get things started for the work week, school week, whatever you're doing week. Top of the week is cool, but switching it up.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun and interesting. You know, y'all ain't got nothing to do on a Wednesday. It's a Wednesday. It's a hump day. What are you doing? Looking at your phone all day,
Sure, I'm not gonna judge them,
or
but
sitting at a computer?
they're available on both of those platforms. So there's that. Also expect some new content and
Oh yeah.
surprises because I'm not telling you what we're doing. Just be ready. Ready yourself. Yeah, you've been warned.
So should we tell them about the? Oh, okay. I guess. You know. I guess we'll keep that to themselves.
I literally just said I'm not telling anybody anything.
All right. I'm just making sure. I'm just making sure.
New things, same vibe. Appreciate you vibing with the crew. If you have been and washing your hands.
You know they haven't.
If you
There's
have
about
been.
10 people listening right now. They run into the bathroom.
I know. As long as you're doing at least one of the two, that's great. I'll be fine. One of the two, pick one.
You want them to wash their hands or listen to us? Can y'all do both? Can we?
Preferably wash your hands, then listen to us.
Or listen to us, then wash your hands. As long as you're listening, you know what? I guess I agree with what she said.
No, why would they listen to us with dirty limbs?
Listen, I have no idea what they're doing. You know, they could be.
Wash your feet, too.
Wait a minute. Why was that in it? What? Who's out here not washing their feet? Well,
Wash your
no,
feet.
there's a lot of people.
You'd be surprised. Wasn't that a whole thing a couple years ago? I don't wash my
There's a
legs.
lot
I'm sorry?
of people who don't wash. What is up with that? What? Listen, when you
I don't wanna know.
wash your body, wash your body. I don't get
You
it.
gotta wash your body.
Exactly. Your face, your chest, and go on down. I don't wash your whole body, people.
PSAs for cleanliness is a bit ridiculous.
There are some people. Listen, you wash your face first, okay? Do we have to explain how this works? You wash your arm underneath your arm. You get your shoulder blade, okay? You get the back of your neck. You get under
man,
your
can we
neck.
talk about people who don't
right?
wash their neck? Let's not.
Listen.
Let's not. We're not about to give you a tutorial on washing your body. So, this is a great episode.
Girl.
We are at 50. Prepare yourself for more future hijinks. Per
50.
usual, there was literally no plan for this episode. But we appreciate you for thugging it out this long and listening, of course. Make sure you check us out at verbalvibemode.com on the socials, Twitter, the IGs, the YouTubes of everything. And make sure you're subscribing on Spotify. That's a hint. That's possibly the only hint I'll give you.
It's
Yeah,
it
that's
is
the only
so
heads up I'll
exciting.
give you.
I'm so
That's about
excited.
it.
I'm so excited. Y'all don't know.
I mean, the links are below, and it's easy to get to. You know
Follow
what it is.
all the links, people. We are no longer playing.
It's easy. It's for free. Price is going up.
It is for free.
But yeah, we'll talk to y'all next week.
Oh man, with the gas prices going up, girl.
Here we go.
Shoot, I'm gonna stop being for free. Man, I love y'all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.